This is one of our private pieces of property that we got. It's only about 30 acres. Usually ends up turning out with some pretty good deer. It's real gnarly in here. It has real deep ravines, real steep hills, but it always ends up producing some kind of deer. We got to come in. We haven't been in here all year long, and we got to go see if we can find a deer that Brett's been finding the sheds too back here in his bedding. He's probably a 6.5, 7.5-year-old deer. We've had him on camera since we had permission on this property about 6 years ago, and I think it's time we really put some resources in and try to get this guy on the ground. We try to keep you guys updated through our little trek through the woods here. If you find anything interesting, we'll keep you updated. So we gotten up in here where one set of his sheds were found. There's a pretty good trail that leads up over top of this steep hill. Found a bed right down there. It has a worn down trail that comes right to it. And that's where he found his other set from the previous year. We're trying to get to where, get an idea of how he's traveling up this hill. This is crazy thick down in here. There is, it's almost impossible to get through. Get a cell camera put up so we don't have to come back down in here and check it. See if we can find an idea how he's coming up into this field above us. It seems like we can't catch him outside of here. And this must just be his bedroom. He don't leave this not very often. We're gonna go check out some white oaks and red oaks, see if there's any kind of acorns or anything on them. See if it's gonna be a decent place to be hunting in there this year too. Run a camera over there, set one up. I'd really like to get into that sycamore, I think. I'm not sure if you'd even get that high in it. This is a steep transition down this hill. There's a bed. It's like what goes into these oaks. It's a big oak ridge that rocks, goes all the way around this whole field right here. Very good bed. I have to get a tractor up here and brush hog some stuff down. Well, something happened there, that tree fell.
Yeah, they've been in here clearing these briars and things up.
Oh, that's really crazy. Pretty good sized tree. Where all these white oaks are. Black and red oaks. Just a mix of a bunch of them. Falls down to a big giant ravine right off the edge of that, straight down. Comes back up to that ridge we walk in on. Sometimes we walk in, a lot of times we'll walk in up that big giant high wall right there and come up. find our way in. There's an old tree stand to harvest one of my bucks out right there. Usually if you see some sign of previous hunters here hunting a spot, good place to start. Started hunting there when I first came on the property. Ended up working out for me. Get my tag. Not sure if you can get one in that tree, but I think we'll probably put that camera right in here. A lot of them come down out of there. Yeah, now we can see what's possibly cruising through here. Get an idea how they're moving through here if they are. Pretty excited about these sets like this. Well, we got 3 cameras going now, which is just ones where we've hunted this property for a long period of time. We don't have to really move them around too much. We did put one back up there in the bedding just to see if we can catch this target buck we've been trying to get on for the last couple years. And it's just tough in here. There's only so many places you can hunt because there's only one small entrance way. Like even coming to the woods, one access point that comes straight up that ridge. It's either you have to cut up that hill there and come in, or you have to walk all the way up through that ridge to get in here to where any of the have access to any of the deer stands or anything where we find like a lot of the heavy traffic. So it's always like a challenge to try to get in without spooking any deer, leaving the least amount of trace of you coming in the woods. I think we got some bold areas that we're going to try to get to this year. Just going to have to be an all-day sit and see what cameras tell us. Hopefully it all pans out. Brett back there, always right-hand man, coming in to help me get this done. Think things through. It's always better to have 2 minds than one on this stuff. But we'll check in with you later when we come back out here. See, this is like our only entry. Come in here is on this old logging trail. And it's straight up and down. Giant oak. This just a challenge to get it done in here. Usually you can pull it off if you get up in here the right days.